with people's expectations, with the huge hype. But at the same time, he says the experience from mining showed the government and the country did not benefit. How concerned are you that in the case of Tanzania, the hype may end up making people disappointed because people get so excited, but in reality, the country does not benefit?
Yes, you see, I said earlier, the government needs to manage expectations. I mean, discovery of oil and gas deposits or these mineral deposits in huge quantities does not necessarily mean that the country's fortunes will be changed, will change for the better overnight.
Well, some people are talking about 5 to 6 billion US dollars.
And we mustn't forget that, look, most African governments, most African countries sit on huge natural resources.
Yeah.
But what they lack are the finances and the technical expertise to exploit such resources. Mm-hmm. So we have to call in the foreign companies, right? And we mustn't forget that these foreign companies come in, commit, they take risks, huge risks. They have shareholders to report to, right? So the risks they take must be worth their while, must be worth taking. So sometimes we find some of these agreements, especially commonly called the PSAs, production share agreements, we find them slightly skewed in the investor's favor.
Well, look at the contract that was signed between the government of Tanzania and Statoil and ExxonMobil, two massive giants from Norway and the US. It obviously appeared to give the government initially 30 to 50% of the profitable gas, but some people say they expected it to give Tanzania between 61 and 85%. What do you think is reasonable in those kinds of contracts?
To me, to be honest with you, the 50% is reasonable. But I did a bit of research on this particular subject, and the Tanzanian government share will rise in tandem, right, with increase in production. So if, say, the 50% is based on production of, say, 500,000 cubic meters per day, if the production hits 1 million, their share would increase, And
these contracts are very, very technical, aren't they? Zito Kabwe, how much indeed? I'm going to end with you, John Ofe, answer. What would you say, given that Ghana's some 7 or 8 years ahead of Tanzania in this whole scene, to the Tanzanians, the average person in Dar es Salaam, who is excited and who thinks manna is going to come from heaven, who thinks this is going to really transform my life?
Well, it will not transform. Their lives will be transformed, yes. But not, like I said earlier.
What if they think this is going to be like Kuwait?
No, I mean, Kuwait didn't happen overnight. Saudi Arabia, Dubai, or this world, they don't happen overnight. But they've had oil, they've been oil producers for as long as I can remember. It all depends on the prudent management of the oil resources. I mean, proper allocation of the resources to proper sectors of the economy, providing social and economic infrastructure, education, health, roads, whatever, this will benefit them, but not today or tomorrow, but maybe in a decade's time, if it's properly managed, yes, they will see the results.
I can see Agnes is smiling, but there's no time for you to come back in. Thank you very much indeed. And that's it for today. Thanks to all those of you who sent in comments to us. Don't forget you can email us at the address on the screen or text us, and you can also follow us on Twitter.